Lewis, probably not timely considering, you know, great chase there at the end, but with Duckworth-Lewis in T20, do you think it's too advantageous for the chasing teams?
I'm not sure, because I've got no idea how Duckworth-Lewis works, but I think generally it does suit the team batting second, just because it gives you know exactly what you have to do. And obviously whenever they're shortening the target and shortening the overs, you've still got your wickets in hand. So there is a slight advantage there. But I mean, yeah, I think 62 off 5 was a pretty fair summation of where that game was at.
George, obviously a disappointing match for a number of reasons, but a little bit of tension at the end there when the players were walking off. Can you sort of tell us what that was about?
Well, I can't because I wasn't out there, but I'm passionate, mate. I think people care about the game and care about the way they play, and yeah, that's it. I know we get along very well with this side, so and even just the chats there coming off, I think it's all just heat of the moment stuff. But I think what you're seeing is individuals and teams that are pretty keen to win.
Wasn't an issue with Sri Lanka's overrate or anything since the resumption?
Oh, there might have been. I'm sure if the umpires were all over that, if that's the case. But I certainly wasn't looking at any of that sort of stuff. No.
And I suppose the last 5 overs of the Sri Lankan innings, is that fair to say that that's where it really got away? Yeah,
it hurt. That certainly hurt us because we've been very good up until then, and it was laid out. And I guess that's the contrasting finishes, the way they bowled to us in Sydney, their last 4 overs, and our last 4 overs is that's probably the gap between the best team in the world at T20 and the 7th best or whatever we are. So hopefully we'll learn a lot about that. I think we've got some bowlers in our side that can be world class at T20. There's great foundations there. I thought James Faulkner was really good tonight. Mitchell Stark's been outstanding. Glenn Maxwell's 2 back-to-back games have been really, really good with the ball. So there's some good stuff there, and even the rest up until the 15th over were very good. So it's just there's a huge opportunity there for a bowler to step up, and not only for T20. I think if a bowler can step up and nail their death stuff, I think they're almost walking into our one-day side as well. So if I was a bowler, it'd have to be a huge source of excitement. Something certainly to be working towards.
You gave Ben another go at the end today. Was that? I know he had the bad game in Sydney. Was that sort of more so a recognition that he'd been probably one of, if not the best Australian death bowler during the Big Bash? That's why you went back to him.
Yeah, that's what he's in the side for. He's in the side to do what Lasith Malinga does for them. To be able to nail his death stuff, to be able to be hard to hit through the middle with his change-ups. He's got great amount of variation, but Lasith will tell you the same thing. If you're not still putting the ball where you want, then at this level certainly you'll be made to pay. And I still think Benny's got the skills to do it, so it's nice that he's had a look at international level and knows exactly what he has to maybe go away and work on, or what he has to, how he has to find a way to relax so he can execute as well as he did during the domestic stuff.
And would you envisage much of a change to the squad, perhaps even like with looking for that death bowler or death bowlers for that one-off T20 game in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, not sure at this stage. We'll look at that, and I'm only a small part in that whole selection cog. But I was really happy with this squad 2 games ago. I think it's got everything we need within it. So the opportunities are there. Guys have had that opportunity. Hopefully they will get another one, and they can show us exactly what they need to do. Otherwise we're back to the drawing board to find it. But I think structure-wise we're finding what we need in our T20 side. It's just a matter of bridging that gap between the best and us. And it's not big stuff. I mean, it's particularly in T20, it's minuscule things that turn their 160 into 140, and then we're chasing 40 there or whatever, however that might work. There's a myriad of things that can change, obviously.
Yeah, I guess just further to that next game, that one-off game, is that a developmental thing, or are you trying to work more on the squad you've got? And how's your foot? Because you look like you were limping during the rain delay, and then you were running around when you came out to bat again. So was that adrenaline, or how is your foot? Yeah,
it's just sore, but it'll be fine. It's not broken or anything. I think it'll be, the more you stop, the more it'll hurt. But yeah, no problems running, and it'll be fine. And what was the first bit? The team. I honestly don't know. I don't know what. As I said, I'm one part of that. I know what we don't have, and that's many T20 games until we start looking at saying to build that squad up for the 2014 World Cup, which sounds a long way away, but it's maybe, I don't know, 8 or 9 games. No, so it's not, in terms of games, it's not that many. I'd like to start nutting that down. So if there are changes, I wouldn't envisage there'd be many.
Ron? No? Ron? All solid?
So I guess just other one, George, since, the past Australian summer you've had, the end of the World T20 when you had, that sort of standout innings there in the semi-final, had another sort of big innings today. I know you wouldn't, never had any doubts about your own position in the team, but are you feeling more confident about your position in the team now because of you've also got runs on the board as well as having it at domestic level?
No, it doesn't change. Whether you're captain or not captain, if you're picked as a batter, you've got to score runs. That's a really simple equation. I'm actually kicking myself about the way I batted, I reckon. Well, in any game like that, there's always about 50 things you do differently, isn't there? Not running one short would be the first thing, I reckon. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking to get runs every game I play. Whether I'm captain, whether I'm playing for Australia, that's just my job is as a batsman. That's my number one job in cricket, is to score runs.
Yeah, of course, it was very pleasing. At the start of the series, we were never, planning of, or rather thinking of the ratings. We just wanted to go out there and enjoy and try and play to our potential, which we did. So yeah, it was very pleasing.
Traditionally, touring teams have come to Australia and maybe started a little bit slower and got better as the tour's gone on. That's happened to you guys as well, finishing strongly with the whitewash in the 2020s. What do you put that down to, and do you think you could do anything different in the future to change that?
Well, to be honest, yeah, it was a disappointing, start of the series. Especially in the Test series, we were not up to those standards at all, and I thought we picked up in the ODIs and the 2020s. So yes, we got to think hard, and if necessary, we should try and change some sort of thinking, or really can't summarize it, but we got to see adapt to the situations, conditions, and bounce wickets. So it's pretty hard, but the boys did well towards the latter part.
Thisara, bowling that last over, I guess you would have felt quite confident at the start of the over. Did you sort of need to stop and settle a little bit part way through when they'd hit a few boundaries?
Yeah, I'm really exciting. As a bowler, I know I can do it everything as a bowler. That's why I'm trying to bowl the Yorkers. After that, 2 boundaries, and I'm also very excited. And everyone come and advise me, do it that one, do it this one. And after that, Angie said, do it my own things. You have confidence. After that, you can go for it. Yeah.
So Angelo, the conference sort of before that last ball, what was the there were a few different voices there trying to come up with a plan?
Yeah, I was a bit nervous, all the guys got a bit excited and just wanted to keep it calm there, and just told Thisara to, go for what his, instincts say, because he's the bowler, he's going to do it. So I thought he bowled a brilliant over in the last game, because in a 20-20, 16 runs in over, it's sort of easy for the batting team. So I thought he bowled a brilliant last over, considering the fact that it was demanding conditions as well. So you couldn't really hold on to the ball. It was not gripping. So it was wet. The outfield was wet. So it was not easy, but I thought, he bowled a brilliant over.
Australia have that attitude of getting in the face of the opposition, and there was a lot of sort of tension between the two sides before that last ball was bowled. How did events sort of unfold after that? Do you think that's just part of, the adrenaline of the game, or was it disappointing the way things unfolded there with the handshakes and the arguments?
No, to be honest, it was just the heat of the moment. Things happen. Exchange a few words. They play it hard. We play it hard. So that's it. I mean, after the game, we are friends.